Every author, I suppose, has in mind a setting in which readers of his or her work could benefit from having read it. Mine is the proverbial office water cooler, where opinions are shared and gossip is exchanged. I hope to enrich the vocabulary that people use when they talk about the judgments and choices of others, the company's new policies, or a colleague's investment decisions. Why be concerned with gossip? Because it is much easier, as well as far more enjoyable, to identify and label the mistakes of others than to recognize our own. Questioning what we believe and want is difficult at the best of times, and especially difficult when we most need to do it. But we can benefit from the informed opinions of others. Many of us spontaneously anticipate how friends and colleagues will evaluate our choices. The quality and content of these anticipated judgments therefore matters. The expectation of intelligent gossip is a powerful motive for serious self-criticism, more powerful than New Year resolutions to improve one's decision-making at work and at home. To be a good diagnostician, a physician needs to acquire a large set of labels for diseases, each of which binds an idea of the illness and its symptoms, possible antecedents and causes, possible developments and consequences, and possible interventions to cure or mitigate the illness. Learning medicine consists in part of learning the language of medicine. A deeper understanding of judgments and choices also requires a richer vocabulary than is available in everyday language. The hope for informed gossip is that there are distinctive patterns in the errors people make. Systematic errors are known as biases, and they recur predictably in particular circumstances. When the handsome and confident speaker bounds onto the stage, for example, you can anticipate that the audience will judge his comments more favorably than he deserves. The availability of a diagnostic label for this bias, the halo effect, makes it easier to anticipate, recognize, and understand. When you are asked what you are thinking about, you can normally answer. You believe you know what goes on in your mind, which often consists of one conscious thought leading in an orderly way to another. But that is not the only way the mind works, nor indeed is that the typical way. Most impressions and thoughts arise in your conscious experience without your knowing how they got there. You cannot trace how you came to the belief that there is a lamp on the desk in front of you, or how you detected a hint of irritation in your spouse's voice on the telephone, or how you managed to avoid a threat on the road before you became consciously aware of it. The mental work that produces impressions, intuitions, and many decisions goes on in silence in our mind. Much of the discussion in this book is about biases of intuition. However, the focus on error does not denigrate human intelligence, any more than the attention to diseases in medical texts denies good health. Most of us are healthy most of the time, and most of our judgments and actions are appropriate most of the time. As we navigate our lives, we normally allow ourselves to be guided by impressions and feelings, and the confidence we have in our intuitive beliefs and preferences is usually justified, but not always. We are often confident even when we are wrong, and an objective observer is more likely to detect our errors than we are. So this is my aim for water cooler conversations. Improve the ability to identify and understand errors of judgment and choice in others and eventually in ourselves by providing a richer and more precise language to discuss them. In at least some cases, an accurate diagnosis may suggest an intervention to limit the damage that bad judgments and choices often cause. Origin. This book presents my current understanding of judgment and decision-making, which has been shaped by psychological discoveries of recent decades. However, I trace the central ideas to the lucky day in 1969, when I asked a colleague to speak as a guest to a seminar I was teaching in the Department of Psychology at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. Amos Tversky was considered a rising star in the field of decision research. Indeed, in anything he did, so I knew we would have an interesting time. Many people who knew Amos thought he was the most intelligent person they had ever met. He was brilliant, voluble, and charismatic. He was also blessed with a perfect memory for jokes and an exceptional ability to use them to make a point. There was never a dull moment when Amos was around. He was then 32. I was 35. Amos told the class about an ongoing program of research at the University of Michigan that sought to answer this question. Are people good intuitive statisticians? We already knew that people are good intuitive grammarians. At age 4, a child effortlessly conforms to the rules of grammar as she speaks, although she has no idea that such rules exist. Do people have a similar intuitive feel for the basic principles of statistics? Amos reported that the answer was a qualified yes. We had a lively debate in the seminar and ultimately concluded that a qualified no was a better answer. Amos and I enjoyed the exchange and concluded that intuitive statistics was an interesting topic and that it would be fun to explore it together. That Friday, we met for lunch at Café Ramon, the favorite hangout of bohemians and professors in Jerusalem, and planned a study of the statistical intuitions of sophisticated researchers. We had concluded in the seminar that our own intuitions were deficient. In spite of years of teaching and using statistics, we had not developed an intuitive sense of the reliability of statistical results observed in small samples. Our subjective judgments were biased. We were far too willing to believe research findings based on inadequate evidence and prone to collect too few observations in our own research. The goal of our study was to examine whether other researchers suffered from the same affliction. We prepared a survey that included realistic scenarios of statistical issues that arise in research. Amos collected the responses of a group of expert participants in a meeting of the Society of Mathematical Psychology, including the authors of 2 statistical textbooks. As expected, we found that our expert colleagues like us greatly exaggerated the likelihood that the original result of an experiment would be successfully replicated even with a small sample. They also gave very poor advice to a fictitious graduate student about the number of observations she needed to collect. Even statisticians were not good intuitive statisticians. While writing the article that reported these findings, Amos and I discovered that we enjoyed working together. Amos was always very funny, and in his presence I became funny as well, so we spent hours of solid work in continuous amusement. The pleasure we found in working together made us exceptionally patient. It is much easier to strive for perfection when you are never bored. Perhaps most important, we checked our critical weapons at the door. Both Amos and I were critical and argumentative, he even more than I, but during the years of our collaboration, neither of us ever rejected out of hand anything the other said. Indeed, one of the great joys I found in the collaboration was that Amos frequently saw the point of my vague ideas much more clearly than I did. Amos was the more logical thinker, with an orientation to theory and an unfailing sense of direction. I was more intuitive and rooted in the psychology of perception, from which we borrowed many ideas. Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman is a highly acclaimed book that explores the 2 systems of thinking that drive our judgments and decision-making processes. Kahneman, a Nobel laureate in economics, presents decades of research and findings in cognitive psychology to provide insights into the human mind and its decision-making mechanisms. The book introduces 2 mental systems, System 1 and System 2. System 1 operates intuitively and automatically, making quick judgments and decisions based on associations and impressions. It is the source of our instincts and biases. System 2, on the other hand, is deliberate and reflective. It involves conscious effort, attention, and logical reasoning. Kahneman delves into the strengths and limitations of both systems, highlighting how they shape our perceptions, beliefs, and choices. He explores various cognitive biases, such as confirmation bias, availability bias, and anchoring, which can lead to errors in judgment and decision-making. The book also discusses the concept of heuristics, mental shortcuts that help us make decisions efficiently, but can sometimes lead to systematic errors. Kahneman explores numerous real-world examples and experiments to illustrate these concepts, providing readers with a deeper understanding of how our minds work and how we can become more aware of our cognitive biases. Throughout the book, Kahneman emphasizes the importance of critical thinking, questioning our assumptions, and considering alternative perspectives. He encourages readers to recognize the limitations of their own thinking and offers strategies for making more informed decisions. Thinking, Fast and Slow provides valuable insights into the complexities of human cognition and decision-making. It has received widespread praise for its depth of research, accessible explanations, and practical implications. The book is highly recommended for those interested in psychology, behavioral economics, and understanding the intricacies of human thought processes.
Are you ready to embark on an extraordinary audio journey that will leave a lasting impact on your mind and soul? Look no further than Audible, the distinguished destination for devoted audiobook readers. With an unrivaled collection of over 1,000 meticulously curated audio recordings across multiple genres, Audible offers a profound library that will both challenge and inspire you. Prepare to immerse yourself in the realms of business, relationships, finance, and personal development as Audible presents you with an exceptional selection of top best-selling titles. These carefully chosen works will not only entertain, but also empower you with invaluable knowledge and insights that can shape your path to success. Yet Audible's commitment to excellence goes even further. With exclusive new releases unveiled every month, Audible ensures that you remain at the forefront of literary discoveries. Journey through the realms of exclusive sci-fi sagas, surrender to the power of poignant romances, navigate through perplexing mysteries, and revisit timeless classics that have withstood the test of time. Experience the convenience and flexibility that Audible provides. Seamlessly integrate the world of audiobooks into your daily life, whether you are commuting, finding solace at home, or indulging in your favorite activities. Audible is your trusted companion, transforming ordinary moments into extraordinary opportunities for growth and enrichment. Join the distinguished community of avid readers who have embraced Audible as an integral part of their intellectual and personal development. Let yourself be transported by the mesmerizing narratives skillfully delivered by talented narrators. Explore new horizons, broaden your perspective, and elevate your understanding of the world. Don't miss this exceptional opportunity to unlock the vast treasury of unlimited listening possibilities. Begin your transformative audio journey today with Audible, where every word matters, every story resonates, and every moment is an invitation to delve deeper into the profound realms of insight and imagination. Audible awaits you, poised to redefine your audiobook experience. This offer is exclusive to readers who sign up through the link in the description. Thank you, and enjoy a wonderful, tantalizing experience.